Ample faith. Welcome to Eden. The voice was loud but soothing. It was meant to wash upon you like a wave, creating a feeling of comfort in your bones. There is an abundance of choice for those who wish to acquire such a convenience and place themselves among the highest perch. The cascading light flickering in reverence of these animated figures, bright, solid, it cast upon them the presence of the voice. It could be corporeal, presses against you, pulls you close, urges you to concede to its design. When thoughts meet action in a stellar light that can only function in the glory of existence, beings who sought the final peace rest with weary and tranquil resolve. The man spoke, his voice an echo of itself, stunted and torn, as if something was gnawing upon it. What all do you offer to these weary travelers? Surely it cannot just be such a grand voice. Melon, nanners, kiwi, berry, rhubarb are the best among the supply offered, the voice retorted, seeming to take more interest in these forms. They stood as to defy the very serene accommodation, as though now in its presence they believed to be grander than imagined. Through self-evident reactions they seemed the kind to cower from the light, but boldly they tread into the domain. Vigilance at her side, devotion in her voice, not the trembling of her counterpart, solid, firm, specific, unwavering, almost oppressive. An apple? Short, concise. Knowledgeable, she looked as stone, her gaze a banshee piercing the storm, warding off such creatures that would press her from this desire. That which you ask for has stains upon its crest. Invoking that title upon this place is a curse as it is. Do you not seek the unity of self and structure, to mold into one instead of consume all before oneself? The voice shone now like the light, heavy, oppressive, intruding. It pressed into your skull, melding with your mind, praying for the cracks to slip in and seek the core of reasoning that would turn this soul. The fight would be ruthless. The voice, seeking reason and thought for its vessel of ideals, sought to cleanse and conform into a unity that could be spread to all. The couple, with fires burning in their hearts, they condemned afar, such that its grasp could grapple with the clutch of but a single straw. If for one, then for all is to simply an idea to an unrealistic state. By the logic of these newcomers, the ideals of such a grand design are lost in the small pieces left behind by the glittering common. Such a task of fulfillment is bereft of courage, it holds no weight to its foundation. Minds made of one path do not seek to tread upon the foliage around. Only those who know of the path can stay upon it. The will of this one was persistent, but the weakness lay in the other. To you I say, trust not your companion, for they seek a loss. If you are truly worthy of them, then seek to find another way. The truth lay bare before them, but eyes sightless as moonless nights. Pray, let not their soul be fouled and spent upon the broken they wish to stand. Strengthen the base and press for change, so they can see the light that is this path not their own. They seek to find something they know not, but I be the bearer of that knowledge, so by me you shall be the vessel that preaches the truth to the blind. The enticing nature of these roses pressed into ears of loose rubber, stretching and molding itself inside, festering the nature by which it believed and sought. The turn now in hands that move from the whispers of their peers, but not of their own volition. For the loss of such a uniting future was the cost at hand. One shall know that working with those whose plans advent your own. They seek with spiny tendrils to slow and weaken, numbing the mind, pointing to the illusion and selling it for reality. Tricks of trade and prowess of being mean naught to me. To take this one from its path is to simply wait. The leash held close to the travel minimal. By the side he stands, if not with confidence, then with purpose. The snakes in your mouth seal your fate. If such you seek to disdain such a wonder as I have come to know, this will be the final day of strike against dominions that press ideals, not founded in thought or reason, to carve and pry the prey to bits as they suckle on the tit of clarity for moments far too late to call indifference. She spoke with a fire that conjured dread. The light was not what this one cowered from, it was this being. It forced itself into shaping those around it to its will. To seek the cracks of this mind for reason was not a paltry precedent. Ways beyond my control have taken hold of such a pretty thing. I shall weep for the soul that collides with the darkest of pits. Pray I shall for thee, as it is all to be done for now. The journey is complete, edging with lacerations of the struggle, fatigue and frustration felt for both sides, for reason as well laid there. The end result is of my mind, that is what I make my purpose. If the foundation of your rhetoric holds sand in tow with water, then such a fate to you I call. She huffed in the victory of this swan dance, attributing the valor of those on a field to the imaginings of social etiquette. To respond in such a way proved her conviction solid. Reluctance and grief sundered the voice's light. It darkened and hissed as it died in the indomitable spirit clutching convenience over self-preservation. The apple in hand, she strutted from the light into the cold and unforgiving landscape that was beyond the reach of true light.